You know what that real if a nigga ain't caught it on camera. Life is a beach and my baby just brought me some sandals. Stressing a week, nothing new, nothing I cannot handle. Present me them cheeks and I grip it like back with them handles.
Who do it better?
Who get you in?
Who get you in? Who get you in?
Who bought you that new Prada bag, that PS sweater? Who do it better?
Who do it better?
Who do it better? Recorded the sex, had to play it back right on the Roku. 200 to play every night, had us geeking at Noble. Spend the whole week on the island and put it on camera.
Put it on camera.
For the drama, you know that your nigga like drama. We popped the cap in the stem, had us feeling like Goku. I was so high like the moon, zooming out while I coach you. Mix up the shrooms in the drink, had me slurring my grandma. Spend the whole week on the island and put it on
camera.
With that real if a nigga ain't caught it on camera. Life is a beach and my baby just brought me some sandals. Stressing a week, nothing new, nothing I cannot handle.
Alright.
Present me them cheeks and I grip it like back with them.
Alright, I'm gonna no, let's go. Who gets you? Who gets you? Who gets you in?
Who bought you that new Prada bag,
And beautiful sweater.
Who do it better?
Alrighty, welcome to episode 51 of the Sunday Punch Podcast. You can tell in my voice, I am very excited because football's back, and you don't realize how much you miss football until you wake up on Saturday. Let's go to Saturday. You wake up on Saturday and the Gators play, right? And then you wake up on Sunday and there's NFL football, which is basically Christmas morning if you're an adult. Okay? Christmas doesn't mean shit as an adult, by the way. In fact, I'm jealous of children as I watch them open presents. I hate Christmas now, but I like NFL football. That's my Christmas. And man, it didn't disappoint. You know, it shocks you every year. You think you got it all figured out, and then you're watching the games and you're like, oh yeah, there's like 75% turnover on all of these teams, and I have no idea who's good anymore. So I want to do a quick podcast because I got to go to the gym after this. I got to meet some people out. So I want to do just quick reactions, just no notes, just improv, quick reactions to all of the NFL games. Not all. I can't remember them all, but we'll do kind of my biggest surprises. And let's start off with last night. For an agenda, if you want to skip ahead, I'm going to talk about, my biggest surprises in the NFL. I might talk about a little bit of my upcoming trip. I'm going to Seattle for a wedding, and then we'll close it out. Let's come on. Let's calm down. This is NFL football time. It's not about you, Adam. Stop trying to make it about you. The last episode had your lowest views because you talked about yourself the entire time. Anyways, moving forward, let's start with last night, dude. The Ravens-Raiders game. If you're just tuning in, I am a Ravens fan. I'm also a Bears fan, and I kind of like the Browns. And at one point in my life, I did like the Raiders. So I'll like I like pretty much all the NFL teams. So I guess, historically, I've been a Ravens fan because I like to pin my tail on that donkey. I like to, say to people, well, originally I was born in Maryland. It makes me seem a tad more interesting. That way I get like, oh, I was born in Maryland. Then I went to Florida. Then I moved to Chicago. I've also been to Brazil. I travel everywhere. But I was born in Maryland, and my brother, the oldest brother, let's remember prior episodes here. I have two brothers. One's 8 years older. One's 16 years older. So that basically makes him 60 years old. He likes the Ravens. And so I, in an attempt to bond with him when I was younger, I pitched my what's the saying? Is it pitched my wagon to a team? Whatever. I chose to like the Ravens so that I could bond with my brother. And, so far so good. It's working out, I think. We still talk about the Ravens every so often. So, and what's not to like about Lamar Jackson? Except for last night with the turnovers. Here, first impressions here. Not worried about the Ravens at all. I mean, could a team have been decimated more than the Ravens in the offseason? I don't know what they got going on in Baltimore. I don't know what the fuck's up with the turf, but everybody and their brother is breaking their ankles, tearing their ACLs, MCLs in Baltimore. So I expected them to come out slow. And then, they come out to a quick 14-0 lead. You're like, oh, here are the Ravens. They're back. But, of course, Raiders out of nowhere the Ravens defense looked nasty until I guess the Raiders figured them out. And then you got a back and forth going. And I got to tell you what, I was impressed that the Raiders were able to bounce back. If you didn't watch the game, the Raiders basically won the game. And everyone was celebrating on the field. And the guy was about an inch short. They trot everybody back on the field. And knowing the Raiders, knowing Derek Carr, knowing John Gruden, I knew they were going to fuck it up. And they did immediately. Didn't get the 1-inch play, then false start, then horrendous throw, then interception. And I thought that was it for the Raiders. I was like, well, Lamar's going to bring him back here. But Lamar fumbled it. Lamar looked, for the brief flashes that he looked amazing, he also looked extremely rusty. I don't think this means anything for the Raiders. I think they're going to, I was impressed last night. I think they're going to continue making really, really bad mistakes, and they're not going to be anything. I think the Ravens are going to be fine. They do have the Chiefs, so there is the strong possibility of a 0-2 whole start. Kind of had to have not had, I hate saying that, but man, wouldn't you like to just get a quick, easy one versus the Raiders before you played the Chiefs? That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Let's go backwards here. Biggest surprises. The fucking Bengals, dude. Good for the Bengals. They came out and they really put it to the Vikings immediately. And then, were able to hold on at the end, but Joe Mixon looked good. Jamar Chase suddenly figured out what a football looks like and was able to catch a ball or two or three here or there and got a touchdown. And then T. Higgins looked good. And then, they didn't even have to use Tyler Boyd, and they were able to pull that one out. I thought the Vikings were going to win by like 15. So, again, if you've been watching the Sunday Punch podcast for a long time, literally do the opposite of what I say, and you will be a rich man one day, or woman, okay? Or man and woman. Maybe you're fluid. Maybe you're gender fluid. What was the other biggest surprise? Well, I'll tell you what. I went over to my buddy's place. He's a big Eagles fan. I know the Eagles played the Falcons. I know. But the Eagles look good. The Eagles look good. They have weapons. They have a quarterback who can run the ball. Their defense looks good. Now, again, I know it's the Falcons, but you would think that the Falcons could put up more than 6 points. You would think that. So I like the Eagles. Wow, I'm really picking like the best. Yeah. People watching are like, this guy likes the fucking Bengals and the Eagles. No, I mean, we all know the solid teams out there. Okay, KC looked nasty. Let's get to that game. KC, of course, comes out. Patrick Mahomes just slinging it up to Tyreek Hill. I'm not even sure he sees him anymore. He's just like, that motherfucker will go get it at some point in time. Cleveland did Cleveland things, but looked improved. But of course they choked it away. Of course they choked it away and threw an interception at the end because they're the Browns. But I think Cleveland will be a good team this year. What other surprises did I have? I'm going through all of them in my head right now. I should probably have a list of all the games. Actually, let me bring up the list of all the games and I'll go rapid fire through all of them. Wow. Literally zero preparation on this one, Adam. Good job. You only had all weekend. All right. Let's type it in here. That's what the people want to hear. They want to hear you scrolling away on your phone here. God, do I desperately need Sean back or what? For those asking, I'm getting comments. I don't know when Sean's going to be back. I have no idea, okay? So forget about it. You'll see him when you see him, all right? So stop asking me about it. I'm getting perturbed. All right, let's go. Let's rapid fire here. Broncos, Jags. Didn't watch the game, so yeah. Heard Trevor Lawrence did rookie things, and the Broncos have Teddy Bridgewater, who is now a veteran and makes me feel very old. Saints. Wait, no, what am I doing? This is week 2. Fucking idiot. All right, here we go. Cowboys, Buccaneers. I was out. I was out drinking. I didn't watch the game. Moving on. Seahawks, Colts. Didn't watch the game. I'm sorry. I just, after I did watch a few plays, and then I was like, oh, Carson Wentz continues to suck. Okay, moving on. Jaguars, Texans. This is the one. Okay, yeah. Trevor Lawrence did rookie things. Texans randomly beat them. I don't know. Who the fuck knew that game? Who had the beat on that game? Who's like, oh yeah, Texans, dude, over Jags. Yeah, duh. If you watch that game more than 5 seconds, you are a Jaguars or Texans fans, or you have serious problems. Chargers, Washington. This was a game I watched because, as we all know, I let a Brazilian draft my fantasy football team, which we'll get to because half of my team is on IR after week 1. But I watched, and here's a question I have for the Chargers. Can you pass the ball to Austin Eckler one time? The man, his main skill set is catching the ball out of the backfield. You don't throw it to him once? I'm sitting there with my fantasy team just... Anyway, I lost this week. Sorry. I literally got so stressed, and I'm so old now that gave me a cramp in my side. Moving on. Eagles, Falcons. Just talked about it, did. Steelers, Bills. It looked like the Bills had it in hand there in the beginning. I mean, they fucking took it almost to the house off the opening kick. Then didn't look like the Steelers knew what to do. And then I'll give it to the Steelers. That's my most hated team in the entire league. They came back and they figured out the Bills. I still think the Bills are fine. By the way, Emmanuel Sanders, pick him up in your fantasy league. He had 8 targets for the Steelers. 49ers, Lions. Look, I know the 49ers only won by 8 versus the Lions, who might be the one of the worst teams in the league. That score's a little deceptive. The 49ers whooped their ass. The 49ers might be the best team in the league with the combination of Jimmy G and Trey. I'm just saying, you heard it from me. You've heard it here on the SPP first. So if you've been paying attention from earlier in the episode, okay, expect the San Francisco 49ers to get into a plane crash next week. Anyways, Vikings, Bengals. Talked about it. Surprise Bengals final in overtime. I thought Joe Burrow was lost. I was hearing out of their training camp from my super inside Cincinnati sources, but from my blogs I was reading that the Bengals didn't have any O-line, and that Burrow looked lost and was seeing ghosts, and Jamar Chase doesn't know what a football looks like, and he's dropping on these fucking balls. I don't know what's going on. And then, of course, In pure NFL fashion, none of that's true. They come out, they look great. All right. Jets, Panthers. Snooze fest. I guess Zach Wilson did try and put on a little comeback at the end. Of course, he throws it to the guy I'm playing, Corey Davis, for 2 touchdowns out of fucking nowhere. So now I'm watching Jets-Panthers game, biting my fingernails like it's the fucking Super Bowl. Moving on. Cardinals-Titans. The Cardinals whooped the fuck out of the Titans. That was another one I was way off on. I had Titans winning big. Again, do the opposite of what I say. Browns Chiefs. I headed out to Old Crow here in Chicago and met with my new coworker Charlie. And Old Crow for the Browns games is the best bar ever. I'm talking like a tidal wave of Browns fans. Everyone's into it. It was a fantastic game until the end when the Browns did Browns things, like I mentioned before. Dolphins Patriots. Didn't watch. Didn't even know who won until this very moment. It was the Dolphins. Fins up. Broncos Giants. This was Teddy Bridgewater doing his thing and Daniel Jones continuing to suck. Okay, Packers Saints. Mother of God. This is going to be one where the Packers just like come back next week and are like, remember when Tom Brady lost to the I think it was the Bengals or something. They're like, Tom Brady's done. Fast forward 2 years, he's won 2 more Super Bowls. Anyways, got to give it to him, though. Jameis Winston did his thing, man, and I really didn't think he was going to. I thought the Packers are going to whoop the fuck out of the Saints. Again, do the opposite of what I say. Bears Rams. Here's my old Bears. By this point, I was kind of drunk. I'm not going to lie. So I came back home from the Browns bar and I gave it the old college try to watch the Bears Rams game, but it didn't work out. I did see the Bears score their first 2 touchdowns. So to me, they outperformed what I thought. I thought they were going to not score at all and Andy Dalton was going to leave on a stretcher, but apparently that didn't happen. So look, I'm looking forward to watching a full Bears game next weekend. And they play next weekend. Let's look it up. The Bengals, the surprise team of the century. Oh, sweet. And like I said, the Ravens-Raiders game, man. As a Ravens fan, that one hurt. Not going to lie. They should have beat the Raiders. The Raiders I don't think are very good. Maybe I'm wrong. You never know. Maybe I'm wrong, man. Shit. All right, let's talk about my fantasy team real quick. Okay, so note to self, don't let hot Brazilian girls draft your fantasy team. Because I still almost won, but you got to hear this decimation of my team. Okay, so I had Raheem Mostert on San Francisco. He ran once or twice before his knee blew up. Jerry Jeudy was doing great on my team until his ankle was rolled over in a cement fucking roller, and he's fucked. Apparently, he's only out 4 to 6 weeks. These guys are fucking animals. It looked like his ankle was fucking broken in 14 places, but okay. And then I had Michael Gallup on my bench. He's on IR now. Well, if you're counting at home, children, that's 3 people on IR on my team. And then, so I don't know. I got to go with. You want to hear my starting lineup right now? I need a remember the Titans scenario for my fantasy football team where we all rally and we're like, look, we're not that good, but I'll tell you what, if you just believe, kids. I have Lamar Jackson, who almost broke his neck in half last night, by the way. So I almost had 4 people in IR. That would have been dope. I got your boy Antonio Brown on Tampa, who at 31 looked 25, so that might be my bright spot. DJ Moore on the Panthers looked good. I'll give it to him. because Jerry Jeudy, his ankle got sniper rifled from the top of the stadium, I'm going to have to start Tyler Boyd. I've lost most of the people listening now, but I'm going to keep going. Austin Eckler, who they refused to throw a pass to. We've covered that. That was the Brazilian girl's number one pick instead of Dalvin Cook. If I would have taken Dalvin Cook, I would have won week 1 and probably been in a much better place in my life, but whatever. Nick Chubb was doing good. He fumbled the ball versus KC. And then, I love this. I love when a running back gets all the way down to the goal line like Nick Chubb, and then he's like, can I have a Gatorade break? Fucking idiot. Score as many times as humanly possible when you have the opportunity. You literally get paid to do it. You literally get bonuses for this shit. But instead of $500,000 for more than 10 touchdowns, can I have a Gatorade, man? All right. Then I had George Kittle. Didn't do shit versus the Lions because they didn't have to. Now I'm going to have to start Dallas Goedert, the Philly tight end. So for the love of God, let me just luck out on that one. And then I got Greg the Leg in Dallas and Buffalo defense versus Miami, so I'm hoping Tua just fucking throws me a pick 6. I don't want to go 0-2 here, man, but it's not looking good. It's not fucking looking good. Anyway, let's do a quick week 2 preview of the best games that we have to look forward to here. 49ers Eagles, gonna be a good one. Give me your hand. I guess Saints Panthers could be good. Probably not. Saints will probably blow them out. Damn, there's some real stinkers next week. Vikings Cardinals. Vikings need a big bounce back game. That might be an easy one to bet on. You know the Cardinals are going to be favored by a shit ton. Cowboys Chargers. It's a good one. Titans Seahawks. Then we got my Chiefs. You got my Ravens versus the Chiefs Sunday night, dude. And then an epic Monday nighter with the Lions versus the Packers. See, here it is. Yeah, Packers are going to win that, and then they'll be like, oh, we figured it out. And then let's look at the Packers in week 3. How much you want to bet they play someone super easy then, too? How much you want to bet, bro? Week 3. I don't know. They won't show me week 3. Sorry. Check in next week on the Sunday Punch podcast when we preview week 3 of the NFL that you can easily look up by yourself. What else? I played golf on yesterday for the first time in 2 years. Thought I was going to suck. Went out, fucking dialed up the launch codes, and blasted drives like no tomorrow. So I think I'm going to get back into golf. I just watched the Tiger Woods documentary. I just sent the launch codes. I just blasted balls into outer space. I think I'm getting back into golf. Stay tuned for more great content from the Sunday Punch podcast. I actually do have to go. I need to work out right now, and then I wanted to meet some friends out later. So we're going to do a quick 25-minute episode here. By the way, we're going to go out to a song by Duckwrth. Listen to his new album called SR8. Fucking great. It's eight songs. Check it out. Great gym vibe. For me, for others, it might be too slow and lame. But for me, when you're picturing hot chicks dancing to the slow jams, it's pretty dope, dude. So check out Duckwrth, SR8. And we're actually going to go out to a song called Slow Motion off that same album. Check it out. And next weekend, Sean might be back. Who knows? You have to keep watching. We keep you on cliffhangers on I almost said Breaking Bad. Yeah, that's what Sunday Punch should be. Breaking Bad. That's how many cliffhangers we have. Okay, we're like freaking. No, Mad Men didn't really have cliffhangers. It was just like everyone was sad with their life at the end, and that was the point, really, wasn't it? It was, oh, I got married and I still hate myself. cliffhangers. We're like Bloodline. There we go. We're like Bloodline on Sunday Punch podcast. So you got to come back next weekend to see if Sean comes back. Anyways, had fun. Have a great rest of your week. And look, god damn, am I looking forward to even Thursday night football, which is between nobody versus nobody, Washington football team versus the Giants. But that's how much I'm addicted to football. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great year for SPP, baby. Peace.
It's summer all year long. Track runner running through my dome. Big stunner, the baby waiting juvie. We make a baby movie to this baby making music. Horses gallop through the street when you put that thing on me. Angels singing on to the beat. Don't it sound so sweet? Moving too fast, take off your pleats. Running around like all week. Close the door, hit the sheets. Now you moving slow motion, slow motion. I knew you would like it, knew you would ride slow motion, slow motion. I knew you would like it, knew you would ride slow motion. Way was moving, slow motion. Yeah. This summer gone too soon. Eat a shroom. Now we on the moon. All these options dancing in my head. You thought I asked for head, but I hit your spot instead. Giving everything you need, you ain't never gotta plead. Alexander on the queen, Balenciaga on the scene. We just slow it down the speed. I just wanna make you cream. Horses galloping,